Pokemon Stadium for the Nintendo 64. Apparently this is the second Pokemon Stadium game in Japan. The first one had like 40 of the Pokemon in it, and it was so hard that like nobody could beat it. Yeah, that game was bad. This game, however, is the very best. Like no one ever was. I love everything about this game. I love the mini games. I love the fact that you can import your Pokemon from the Game Boy titles and use them to fight in fully 3D rendered models. I even love the announcer guy that everybody else hates.
Drill! Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon choice. Taken down on the word go! This is a wild one from the word go. Oh, it's Wigglytuff. The remaining
Even with this game's technically superior successors, I still think the original Pokemon Stadium and the sequel, Pokemon Stadium 2, are the best Pokemon console games. Released at the height of Pokemon's popularity in the year 2000, Pokemon Stadium strips away the massive overworld of the Game Boy counterparts, providing instead 16+ tournaments in which to battle your ultimate Pokemon team. The battle system is the same as the Game Boy counterparts, essentially a turn-based rock-paper-scissors game in which the goal is to knock your opponent's hit points down to 0. But it's 3D. And honestly, that's what makes this game great. Seeing Pokemon battles in full 3D, oh, it's awesome. I love it. And I still love it. I always will love it. But as awesome as I think it is, a lot of people didn't like the concept. They felt like it was a stripped-down version of Pokemon Red and Blue. Games on the original Game Boy. Games that weren't even in color. Surely the Nintendo 64, the most powerful console of its generation, could have provided us with that full 3D Pokemon adventure that we all wanted. I mean, seriously, this game came out 2 years after Ocarina of Time, a game often considered the best adventure game ever. But really, the allure of the portable Pokemon games has been just that. They're portable. Nintendo decided to leave the core Pokemon experience in your pocket, and instead give you a game that you couldn't get on a portable console. A full 3D battle simulator! To make things even more rad, in this game, the Pokemon team you could assemble wasn't restricted by your cartridge color. Rather than spend 80 or more hours combing a massive overworld looking for that stupid Oddish for your team, the game from the very beginning gives you all 150 Pokemon. That's right, excluding Mewtwo, you get all 150 Pokemon, trained and ready for battle. For us Pokemaniacs, that's a pretty big deal. And if that's not enough monsters to fill your pockets, you can import your Pokemon that you trained in your Game Boy games. This feature also highlights the strongest aspect of Pokemon Stadium: multiplayer. You and your friends get tired of staring at that dim, monochrome screen on your Game Boy? No sweat. You and up to 3 friends can transfer over your teams from your Pokemon games on the Game Boy and battle them in full 3D! Yeah, 3D is a big deal with this game, but it goes a long way. What if your friends don't have the Game Boy cartridges? No sweat. They can just rent all the Pokemon from the in-game library of 149 Pokemon. I mean, you just can't lose with this game. It always has you covered no matter what you want to do. So after you've blown away your friends with your superpowered team of 6 Pikachus, you can take a break and play one of 9 great minigames. From flailing Magikarps to running Rattatas, the minigames are pretty simple, but it makes the games easily accessible by all. This game basically provides a multiplayer minigame experience similar to that of Mario Party. They're more fun with friends, but I play them by myself. Yeah. As much as I hate to say it, Pokemon Stadium isn't without its iniquities. The backgrounds are laughably bad, and while the MIDI soundtrack is full of numbers from the portable Pokemon games, they don't fare much better. Additionally, the game's novelty wears off pretty quickly, unless you're a huge Pokemon fan.
How will the SWAT Pokemon fight?
However, if you and your friends can't go an hour without belting out the Pokemon theme song, and are willing to look past this game's few flaws, you just can't go wrong with the super effective, fully 3D Pokemon Stadium for the Nintendo 64.